right. Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year's Eve to everybody. This is going to be a short video. We're not going to go through signals. It is New Year's Eve, so we don't want to stay on here too long. We just want to go over the signals that we did yesterday. And if you like this type of content, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that little bell so you get notified when I do these videos, and also join our Discord because you'll get posted in there. Won't be that much movement in there today and tomorrow, but starting on Monday, we'll get it kicked back up and hit it. All right, so here let's analyze Bitcoin before we go over the signals. Yesterday we went over the signals and we were 4 for 5 and made about 20% off of our 20% off of our portfolio. That's really good in one day. So as long as you know how to look at these signals, wait, be patient, take your entry, learn how to manage your stop losses, you're going to be golden. You're going to be golden in here. You just got to have the right team, and we're here for you. So go ahead and join the Discord. So here's Bitcoin. Let's go to the day chart. So Bitcoin has a bunch of dojis right here. We have the momentum upwards. I truly think that we're going to get, as soon as we break over this moving average, which is the 15, we're probably going to have a nice little pump up here between 19 and 21,000. I did have this marked yesterday, but I guess I deleted it on accident. But I do believe we'll get up there, at least close to there, and at which time everybody will start FOMOing in, and the big wells will say gotcha and kick them where it hurts. And we'll probably have a 50 to 80% decrease across the board in cryptocurrency. That's what I think is going to happen, but we'll see. All right, so let's get in there. The trades, you got to manage them. You cannot just put them in and let them run because cryptocurrency is too volatile, and you got to make sure that you protect those profits. Yesterday was a good example. Today is even going to be an even better example on there. So let's go to VET. That was our first one. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. Well, we're still in VET. We're using this stop loss right here as that. So if you exit it out, which I'm going to say as if we did exit out right now, we exit out at 1.4%, 1.48 actually, 1.48%. The reason why we wanted to take this trade right here is because on the 2-hour chart, you can see, let me move it over, we broke above that. And the reason why we didn't close out here, this is where you will learn how to read charts and not panic. You don't need to panic. You see this upward movement. Here's your trigger. You're up. We'll see, what are you up? You're up 0.8% on there. And what does it do? It comes back down here, breaks below the moving average. The reason why we didn't close this out is because our oscillator is all the way maxed out. This is maxed out. Our other oscillator is pointing up. This is just a correction. This is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. We're probably going to have a wave 4, and then we're going to have a wave 5, and we're going to hit this zone right here. We're going to hit this zone. Actually, it looks like we got into the middle of it or tipped it right now, but we're going to get into that zone. We might have this wave what, 1, 2, 3, wave 4 down before we hit that 5 wave. But this is classic Elliott waves right here. So if you know that, then you don't need to panic. You just ride it out. But VET made right as of right now, we're up at 1.48%, which is not too bad for a free signal. And you'll get these every 2 hours, that when they come through, as long as we see them. Here is another one. We drew this trend line, right? We drew this trend line and said this is going to be our target. This is where we're going to hit it. As soon as we hit it, we're getting out. We hit it on 4 hours later. We hit it on our next candlestick, and look what happened. 1.26 on there, 1.26, and we're leveraging anywhere between 3 and 5% off of these trades. This is really good profits so far. And but look, it broke above that trend line. So what's going to happen now? we're already maxed out. We're probably going to come down and ride that trend line before we start heading back up or heading back down. We don't know because there's nothing telling us what's going to happen. We're starting to go sideways on us. So we get our trade, we hit our target, we're out, we're off to the next one. Raid. Here's Raid. Raid went down. Let me get out there. You can see that this is our position that we took. We took it off of the, bouncing off of this moving average. It doesn't need to touch that moving average for it to be considered a rejection. If it closes something like this and you're going sideways, you know that you could take that position. And what happened? The very next candlestick dropped on you 0.8%. We got below the 0.1, so we're to our profits. And guess what? We closed it out at 0.124. 124. So right now we're 3 for 3 so far. That's pretty good. That's actually is really good on there. Yesterday we did 4 for 5, and right now we're 3 for 3. Let's do XTZ USD T. There it is. Right here we can see that it went against us a little bit. This is the same trade that we took in Raid. The same one. We had a little bounce up. We had this little thing. We knew that it could possibly go up a little bit more because we weren't completely out, but it was okay because we want to take advantage of that position. And look what happened. We went back down. We started getting these two little dojis. So money management is key in there. Saw these two little dojis, closed it out on the opening of this candlestick right here, which is 0.56%. Why? And we flipped the trade too. We not only did we close that trade, we went long in that trade too, in our Discord. 0.56. So as soon as we saw this and we saw this and we saw this, we closed out our short, took that position and started riding it upwards. And look where we're at now. We closed it out at the same spot, and right now we're at 1.8. Oops, sorry. We're at 1.4% if we close it out right there. Why? Because we know this made a higher low. Our oscillator made a lower low. That tells us that this movement downward is done. Now we're the probability chances of it going up were high, so we closed out our short, took our long position. XRP did not like us at all whatsoever. We had this movement. Here was our stop loss right here. We had this movement up. It came back down. The same thing we did prior to the to XTZ we did on this one. However, we took a loss on this one because it didn't get to our entry level. But we saw these two dojis back to back with the oscillator in the buy zone, and look what happens. We closed it out at point is actually 0.3 something, I do believe, if I remember correctly. I think it's 0.3 that we did, so negative 0.3. But this is why you got to manage them. You can't just let them run on you. You got to watch them and set alerts. If you want to set an alert for every 0.25% movement, you want to do that so you can continuously move your stop loss up or close out half the position if it starts going against you. You don't have to close out the whole position, so it's really worth it to watch them and to manage them. And the live active trades in the Discord, we manage them as best as we possibly could, as best as we possibly can. AVA was the next one. We usually get 5. We give a lot more. Here we started going sideways on us, so we closed this out also. We know that it kept going down and touching this area right here before it does, and it started doing our grid. We know that most likely this is going to head back down because our oscillator's coming down, but we don't want to take the risk, right? We want to take guaranteed money, and we close it out at 0.38 on this one. Again, this is why it's so important to manage the positions. ELF was the last one. We see that we came down here. We had a nice little pump down here. Let me show you why we closed this out. As soon as this candlestick closed, we closed it out. We had dojis coming down. These dojis, all these small body candlesticks right here is a bullish formation. And the reason why it's bullish is because your movement was down. It started going sideways, and you have this right here that tells us that the momentum You can barely see these green dots. That's why I had the green dots on there. The green dots are saying we're coming up. We had this nice little movement. And what do we have with that movement? We have a divergence. And that divergence tells us we're heading up. And you can see the angle is -23 and the angle here is +7. That gives us a regular divergence. We close this trade out at 2.58, 2.59, sorry, 2.59%. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades, we got 6 positive and 1 negative, and so that means that we're a little over 90% accurate in the past 2 days of trading as we've been monitoring them. That is really good, especially since you're going to leverage 3 to 10%, 3 to 10 times. That is life-changing money, and it's easy with our team that we have. If you want these types of signals, join our Discord, follow along, or watch these videos and just hit the thumbs up and the like button on there, and let's get wealthy in 2023. I hope everyone has a happy new year. Don't drink too much. Can't promise that anything, but I hope everyone has a happy new year. Be safe out there, especially with the bad weather up north and around the world. And we'll see you next year. I won't be live tomorrow. I will be live. That's why I don't want to do the signals right now. I will be live again on Monday. I'm taking tomorrow off, probably because it'll be too much. You know what? But I'll be live on Monday. Other than that, everyone have a happy new year and see you next year.